What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. This is your boy Narik Chase, and I have with me here Miss Madam B.
Hello.
We sincerely hope that you enjoy the background. So whenever we just talk about little tidbits of news or here and there, I just wanted to throw something out quick. We'll just go ahead and leave with this background. Yes, we still have Streamline, Madam B, and Narik reviews, character ranker, casting choices. We still have all of those, and we got those videos coming to you guys soon. But right now, we're gonna go with something simple. And Madam B had a terrific idea for a video, so I'm gonna go ahead and let her just bring us on in.
Thank you. Well, I just thought this would be a interesting topic. There are a lot of movies from the Marvel and DC universe coming to us, whether we want to see them or not. They're coming, so I guess if you're a fan, just deal with it. So, first up, we have Birds of Prey.
And the fantabulous emancipation of the one Harley Quinn.
Okay, what do you think about that?
I'm actually wanting to see this movie. I know it has that female empowerment thing going about it, and only reason people are really interested because of that is because of the Birds of Prey comic book team. Although they had several incarnations, and plus everybody likes Harley Quinn, so I would like to see the story of Harley Quinn and see some of, Huntress, Black Canary, Renee Montoya. I want to see those incarnations of the characters as well. And also, I want to see how they got Black Mask because Black Mask is a pretty serious dude. And this, he seems a bit. He looks a little bit fun. So I do want to see the incarnation there. What do you think about it?
Well, to be honest, I've only seen Harley Quinn and a few, and the other ones, just through games. So I really don't have that much to say on it, but I am interested in seeing the movie.
And one thing I didn't harp on, I didn't say was not only is Harley Quinn one of my favorite comic book characters of all time, Black Canary is too.
Mm.
So I'm really invested in seeing this incarnation of the character.
They were kind of, back and forth with the whole thing that the Joker wasn't going to be up in there. They was like maybe he needed to be up in there for like a little bit, but do you think it can do good without just as her as Harley Quinn and not Harley Quinn and the Joker?
See, this incarnation of Harley Quinn and plus the more recent incarnations of Harley Quinn have done quite well without the Joker.
Mm.
You would say back in the day during the animated series where she had to kind of adjust the costume, yeah, you'd be like, well, it doesn't really make sense for her to be there without the Joker. But Suicide Squad did a great job of proving that the character can stand on her own without the Joker. Now, me personally, I would have liked to seen the Joker in the movie at some point, especially when in the trailer she says, she kicked him to the curb or something like that.
Mm.
I would have liked to have seen that. I would have liked to have seen a scene with them too. She was like, "I'm done with you," and you know what I'm saying. Because the way things have gone, they have made Jared Leto's Joker pretty irrelevant. Even in Suicide Squad, it was great.
Yeah.
I like that incarnation of the character, but I think that they really made him irrelevant in that movie, and I think this movie is also going to make him more irrelevant because he's not in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
They could have at least put a couple of scenes with his character in there.
Oh, okay. Okay. So any other the ones in this movie that you want to see?
Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She's one of my favorite actresses, so I want to see how she does with Huntress.
Mm. Now, Rosie Perez. The name sounds familiar. She's kind of aged a
Yeah,
little bit.
she was in what was it? White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Her
that's why I was wondering. Okay, I'm like
Pineapple Express.
they put her up in there. I'm like, okay, I'll see what how she's gonna. I haven't seen her in anything.
I
Yeah.
think the last movie I seen her in was Pineapple Express.
No.
And they got this old ass Montoya in this movie, but
Mm.
I like her as an actress. So I've enjoyed seeing her performances. So I'm interested in seeing how she's going to bring adapt the character to the screen.
And Journey Smollett Bale as Black Canary. I did see her in a couple of movies. Um, if I'm not, oh, I'm not. The Great Debaters. I think she was up in that. You
No,
know,
the young girl.
yeah,
I think no, I ain't seen it, but I know
I
what you're talking
think
about.
that was her. I wanna say it was her. But yeah, like in the movies that talk about the old days, and then plus some new ones now. But I haven't really been keeping up with her. But I do know the actress, so I'm interested. What you and you know they had what is Black Canary black or white? Because I don't.
White,
So
white as the day is long.
I think she is mixed. I think
Still don't count.
Journey.
It doesn't count.
So yeah.
Everybody doesn't count.
Uh,
So what's the
but
next movie coming out?
aren't you on page two?
Oh, I was letting you run the show. My
I
bad.
don't really know about this one. The New Mutants.
I don't really know about it, and really, and I don't. Honestly, with the way the X Men is gone, because the movies are up and down. The storyline is terrible. It lacks any kind of consistency for the most part. And with like the Runaways and the mutant shows that are out and stuff, I haven't really had any particular interest in it.
So
So
this is an X Men movie.
I don't want to say it's an X Men movie per se, but I want to say it's within that realm, somewhat. And honestly, I just don't. I don't care. I really, I have not cared. Now whether this is actually going to be a continuation of the X Men franchise that we have now, or this is just going to be
Mm-hmm.
a totally new thing, or if it's going to be a thing that's a part of the MCU,
Well, do you
I
recognize
don't know.
any of the actors?
I'd have to see their faces, but right now I can't really. Or no.
Charlie Heaton? No.
Oh,
No.
Alice Braga. She's about the only one.
Do you
Yeah.
know the character she's playing?
I've had no, not really. Moonstar, Cannonball, Sunspot, Wolfsbane. The characters that are kind of obscure. Magic. I know about. I know. And I've seen them, but I haven't done like any research on them. So
So they're bringing like the ones you don't hear about to the surface.
yeah.
Mm.
And honestly, I don't care. I don't. I do. This is one of my because I don't care.
Okay, we'll go to the next one. Black Widow.
Now I am somewhat interested in this one. My only problem with the Black Widow movie is the fact that it came after she died.
Yeah, they said they are going to explain that in the movie since it is between Captain America Civil War and Avengers Infinity War. So they said that she said hopefully what they see in this movie it'll give it some closure.
No, I don't mind it. It's just because they did Captain Marvel like that right before Infinity War. Captain Marvel came out, so it's like okay, I get that they made this movie kind of like a time thing. When in actuality, according to this, it should have been probably Captain America, First Avenger, then Ms. Marvel, time wise, and
Mm-hmm.
but I was thinking this would be more like I don't know, a little bit earlier, a little bit earlier in the stages of the game, not so no, not so like the Winter Soldier. I would think it'd be kind of before that, but I'm interested in seeing it. I am, but I just wish that the movie could have came out uh, before the recent Avengers movie because it feels like they're just throwing it out there because she didn't have a moment, and it's like, why didn't you just give her moment before she died?
But is the movie good enough to stand on its own?
I believe it is. Scarlett Johansson is a really great actress. People love the Black Widow character, and I think that the MCU has established the character on a good enough footing that she can support herself. That the movie can support. Me personally, it's not going to be. I don't see it as a $1 billion movie. I don't.
Right, or a sequel? Well, you have to see it.
Like I do want to see it. Just
Mm.
like I said, I just don't see it as being like having sequels. I don't see it as being this overly just boisterous movie or anything. I see it as probably being a very entertaining movie and probably dealing with spy stuff that people wanted to
Mm.
generally see. I would honestly say that I would like to see some of the characters. some of the characters returning because I don't believe that there should be all of these new characters just without some of the original, without maybe Hawkeye making an appearance in the movie, Fury maybe have an appearance in the movie. You know what I mean? Just
So what is her story like?
she is a Russian spy that went
Mm.
through this really weird and harsh program as a kid that formed up. She was actually somewhat of a she was a Russian spy that turned on him, and she got inducted in the Shield.
Mm.
That's basically her story. She's a double, what you call it, double spy,
Double agent?
double A. She, yeah, that's, and I'm interested in seeing it. I am interested in seeing it. I just wish that they could have did this before Endgame because it feels like everybody's like, oh man, she's died, she's dead. Now she'll never get her own movie, and it's like, well, we can make a prequel. And it's like, well, why didn't you make that before she died?
Mm. Okay, well here's one that we both are interested in seeing. Wonder Woman 1984.
Damn right, I want to see this. I like the first Wonder Woman. I thought it was really cool, and I definitely want to see Cheetah. That's definitely like the on highest on my
Mm.
list.
I
Like
would
I
I
really
would
want.
like to see how they do that, and hope there'll be really good battles between
Yeah,
them.
I want to see some fucking awesome ass fights. Because
Mm.
Cheetah is probably one of Wonder Woman's like top five arch enemies, next to Ares, next to Cersei. Um, I know they used to say Giganta was one of her things, but honestly, I haven't seen Giganta in so long.
Mm.
I need to probably catch the comics, but most of the time it's more of like mythological stuff, and I've never really seen Giganta pop up. So I actually want to see Cheetah. That's and plus I want to see them expand more into the DCEU. I'm tired of everybody giving it shit. I like the DCU, and I want to see them go ahead and continue expanding on that. Especially, we hope to see another Justice League because I personally do want to see another Justice League.
So the first Wonder Woman, it did great. I liked the movie, and then it seems like it always happens with these movies. It's like the second one don't just quite make it. So what do you think? What do you want to see in there
I,
besides a good fight between her and Cheetah?
I don't mind. I do want development of the character. This again is one of those things where I understand she's is going to be kind of delving a little bit into her story, but
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind seeing maybe a character or two from the overall DCEU make some kind of cameo. Um,
What
so
about the bringing back Trevor, Chris Pine?
they'll figure out a way. Because when we went to go see Zombieland 2, people they had said Bill Murray was going to make an appearance in the movie. He's like, well, how did he going to make an appearance in the movie? He died in the first movie. So,
Mm.
but they did bring him back in a pretty interesting and entertaining way. So it's
Yeah.
like I'm interested to see how they're gonna do it. I heard Ares was going to be in the movie. I think Ares a Hades one. I heard. I'm not sure how um, how good that rumor is. And
Mm.
I'm like, if it's potentially one of them, if it's even maybe Hades, maybe he brings Trevor back from the dead.
Mm.
We never know. Or Ares. Maybe he has some way of bringing them back. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm interested. I'm definitely that's like highest, one of my highest on my list.
Do you know any other villains besides Cheetah? I think
Like I said, Giganta.
like it's going to be in the movie that you know of. No.
Like I said, I heard it might be Ares too. Maxwell Lord is supposed to be in the movie, and he's like this fake ass version of Lex Luthor.
Uh,
So we'll see if he's going to be a good guy or a bad guy, or the middleman. We'll see.
I
But
hope there's a good story.
yes, yes, I want badass fights and I want good stories.
Um, they've been talking about this for a while. Morbius.
Anybody give a fuck about no damn Morbius? I think Morbius is an interesting character. Oh, they got Matt Smith that's gonna be in there.
Is it going to be
Cool.
live action or animated?
It looks like it's gonna be a live action, I believe.
Well, Jared Leto will be in there
Or at least he's gonna be in something.
as Dr. Michael Morbius.
Yeah, he's the guy that turns into the vampire.
Okay, so we'll get to see him at. Okay, so we can get kind of.
At least you can see Jared Leto. And please, Marvel, don't treat him better than DC. He's gonna be like, man, fuck the Joker. I'm like, no, I want him back.
Right.
I don't really give two shits about the Morbius character. I think he's interesting. I think it would have made more sense for him to be in a Blade movie,
Mm.
but I don't see why he got his own standalone
It's
movie.
like I've never heard of Morbius, so
He's an interesting character. Me personally, I don't, I'm not really interested in. Like I said, if it was Blade and he came into the movie with Blade or something, I've been all for it. Then you could splinter off into like possibly a Morbius movie.
okay. So what is he a mixture of? What Lestat
Now,
or he's just his own vampire?
he like his own vampire. Like I said, he tried to cure himself, and the very cure that he used turned him into a. He tried to cure himself with this disease, and when he did it, it turned him into a vampire. Kind of the same shit that happened in Justice League, Gods and Monsters. That
Mm.
incarnation of Bruce Batman did the same thing. You know, he had a virus he was trying to cure, and he ended up turning himself into a vampire. Which that's interesting contrast now that I think about it. I might actually do like a versus. But
Ah, Tyrese is gonna be up in there.
nah, I don't care. The only person I care about is Matt Smith. He's awesome.
Okay. Venom 2.
I'm definitely wanting to see that.
I didn't see it, but I do want to see it. So
I
what
thought
did you think?
I thought the first Venom was going to be complete shit. I was like, come on,
Mm.
how you gonna have a Venom movie and not have Spider Man? It's gonna be dumb. And kind of the way the movie kind of portrayed the trailer kind of portrayed it, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be stupid.
Mm.
They did a fantastic job. I had to give it to them. It had humor in it. I like the symbiote. I like Tom Hardy. The villain was really stupid. You don't give two shits about it. It was generic as hell. I did like this relationship Tom Hardy has with this woman in the movie, and it made for a
Mm-hmm.
very solid focus point for the characters, which I thought they did a great. And I'm hoping that she comes back because she was a great character. And but Venom 2 is supposed to have a Shriek in it, which is another symbiote, but the female version of Venom, I guess you could say. But the highest anticipated character in the movie that everybody wants to see is Carnage. And Carnage is another, I guess they say Venom's son, offspring, I guess you could
Uh,
say. And he's stronger and he's more violent. And guess who's playing him?
who?
Tallahassee.
Woody Harrelson.
So that'll be a treat. That'll be a
So you
treat.
think it'll be a good standoff between them?
I actually want Spider Man to show up.
Uh,
I mean, fat chance, and there have been some rumors that might be a crossover or something.
mm.
But I am interested in seeing how he's going to fight.
Okay.
I'm interested, but just outside of Carnage, I know they're probably gonna have another bad guy. But let that bad guy be memorable or
So he
something.
would be a good Carnage, Woody Harrelson.
I'm interested in seeing him play that type of role. I mean, he's a really good actor.
Yeah, he
I
is.
don't think I've seen a role where he's like I didn't like him in. So we'll
Mm.
see.
Uh-huh. Um, I don't know what this is. The Eternals.
Don't give two shits about him. Not in the slightest. The Eternals are basically the gods of Marvel.
Okay.
I have none, not a damn itch to want to see this
So I
movie.
mean, what do you know about them? That's it.
That's it. They're basically gods over everything, and I don't care. I do not care.
Okay. You want to say the next one?
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Now I don't know who the fuck Shang-Chi is. I'm quite sure I've glossed over the character. The Ten Rings is what Iron Man 3, uh, well, everybody got mad about Iron Man 3.
Mm-hmm.
The Ten Rings was this terrorist organization led by the Mandarin. What they might do is actually continue that and actually bring the actual Mandarin from the comics onto the screen because Iron Man 3 didn't, the Mandarins that they had on there wasn't the ones people know from the comics. I didn't mind it because for that story it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. Even though it's kind of goofy, but it made sense. I didn't mind it. So maybe this is where they're going to be bringing the actual Mandarin from. But the whole Shang-Chi, I don't know who that is. I think that they said Iron Fist might be coming to this. And I hope that character is. Because I was pissed off how they left the ending of the damn
Oh
show,
well, it
series.
does say the film will also introduce the real Mandarin.
Okay, cool. But I want to see Iron Fist show up too.
Well, I don't know any of the. I had heard the name Aquafina before from the Oceans, whatever Oceans
Aquafina.
89. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the water. I was like, you thirsty?
No.
I'm thirsty. Yeah,
uh,
I'm kind of interested, but only for the Mandarin aspect and the possibility that Iron Fist will show up.
it's also the first Marvel film to produce an Asian lead. You
I
know they
don't.
had to put that
I
out
don't
there.
like. I don't give a shit. If you have a good movie, it's a good movie. Stop with all this. Damn.
Yeah.
They had a movie with a black lead, and that shit fucking sucked. Entertaining, but it sucked.
Okay.
In fact, the one with the woman that they had was entertaining, but it sucked. I bet you. What are the chances that this one's gonna be entertaining, but it sucks?
I hope not. Give it a chance.
Hmm.
Okay. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
I'm really interested in seeing this because honestly, I never gave a shit about Doctor Strange outside of Benedict Cumberbatch's performance as a character.
Okay.
So hopefully, because I really enjoyed the first movie. Even though it was kind of slow a little bit in the beginning, but I
Mm-hmm.
actually thought it was pretty cool how they did the magical abilities, how he learned everything and all of that. How they fought, which I thought was actually really cool. They didn't do that stupid thing where it's the chains of Hercules or the fires of the sunbeams or stupid shit like that. I fucking hate when we was watching that. Were you watching that Hulk movie with me?
uh,
The Monster Mayhem or something like that.
yeah, I think so.
And I was sitting here getting pissed off that the entire time this man is just saying these dumbass spells. It was like watching Naruto. Except he wasn't doing cool ass jutsus. So I'm interested in seeing it, and I'm interested to see how they're gonna continue the story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they got Elizabeth Olsen in it, which that's Scarlet Witch. I'm interested in seeing her return too. So that's another plus. So I'm interested. I'm interested. They definitely got me interested.
Okay. And it seemed like everybody's been going crazy about this one. The Batman.
Definitely wanting to see this too. I am interested to see if this actually is a part of the DCEU or is
Mm-hmm.
this just a standalone? Because now they're kind of making DCEU and standalone films alongside each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested in seeing that. I guess it is. It might. I'm not sure because Ben Affleck was supposed to play in this. Ben Affleck is the DCU Batman. He's not anymore, which is fucking travesty. But okay. So this guy being cast as a younger Batman, is this actually going to still be part of the DCEU?
Right. I get it. I get it.
So I'm interested in seeing it.
All right. So, what do you think of Robert Pattinson?
Everybody at first I was not at after I seen Twilight, I don't think like okay, everybody gets mad at this guy for Twilight, but you got to realize a lot of times it ain't the actors themselves that portray these poorly written characters.
Mm-hmm.
It's the poorly written characters and the director themselves. So it's three. It's always three ways of coming to characters and performances and stuff. How the
Right.
characters are written, the actors, and the director. The problem is, I don't think it was the actors. It was just the way the characters were written, the dialogue, and the way the director presented the characters.
Mm-hmm.
So if you watch other movies with Robert Pattinson in it, you find out that man can fucking act.
Very serious role.
Yes, yes. That what was that one movie? Run All Night, All Night. Damn. And it became one of my favorite movies. Where he's this fast talking kind of street hustler guy, and he's doing all of this crazy stuff to help his brother get out of jail. So I was like, I really enjoyed that performance, and it opened me up to like, okay, this man can do more than that. Which people don't give him his props. You know how people are. If you have one sucky role,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, they just don't give a shit. But I know that he has potential to blow this out of the water. Like every other Batman that showed up before him, besides George Clooney.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what about Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman?
I'm interested in seeing her play such an iconic role because, like I said before, she's never really played like interesting
Right,
character.
and not because she's black. Too many people is saying that. They were like, hey, she's black. You know, Catwoman was white. They had Eartha Kitt.
Catwoman is not white.
They had Eartha Kitt and stuff like that. But people take it a little bit too far.
Catwoman is white and Cuban.
But people take it, a little bit too far
And if
when
people
they.
want to be accurate, if you go back to the first Catwoman on screen, she was black.
True. Hmm.
Even with the showcase one, the DC showcase, which is my favorite Catwoman special, I guess. Uh, she's not white. She's mixed. She's clearly mixed. So it's like, okay, and then if they had Lupita Nyong'o play the role, okay, I guess you might have a point. Or Danae Guerrera, whatever her name is from The Walking Dead, I guess you have a point. But kind of like Halle Berry. Halle Berry is the perfect shade for me. If you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna go like that, she's a good shade.
Mm-hmm.
So and Zoe Kravitz, me personally, I think she'll be good too.
Okay. Paul Dano. I think he's the Riddler.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I thought I'm throwing these names out at you. Just wanted to see if you'd catch them. But I am interested in seeing it, so just to see.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing it too. Oh, the Riddler's gonna be the bad guy. That's what's up. And I don't want to be goofy. Nothing against Jim
Yeah,
Carrey, but
I was just gonna say that.
why does he look so familiar? I have no idea who this person is. I don't fucking know. I don't know
Right.
who this guy
So
is.
they're not going to introduce a new one. They're gonna stick with an old one and try to. So he's gonna be the villain, the main villain.
You mean the Riddler?
Yeah, isn't that what you said?
I thought that's what you said.
No, I said Paul Dano is the Riddler. I ain't saying the bad guy.
The Riddler's gonna be the bad guy.
Okay, that's what
Oh.
I said. I was like, what did you say? Okay.
I don't know. So.
All right. MCU Spider-Man 3.
I'm kind of on the fence about it. I actually said that I wasn't. I was not interested in watching Far From Home. I was done after the whole Avengers story.
Mm-hmm.
Then I actually sat down and watched Far From Home. The movie was fucking awesome.
Okay.
They did a fantastic job with Mysterio. Thumbs up to him. That's hands down one of the best villains. I'm interested in seeing it, and I want to see the next level of him and MJ's relationship.
So you think Tom Holland is holding up as Spider-Man?
He's doing a pretty good job as a younger Spider-Man. He is. I don't like. One thing I didn't like though is kind of the teen drama, the teen goofiness that was in the movie, where his friends were kind of being stupid and he was dealing with that, and it was like
Mm.
these like hijink stuff in it. Like I didn't like that. I was like, I don't too much care for that, but oh, the way it was set up also. The world knows he's Spider-Man now,
Mm-hmm.
and he's being blamed for the death of Mysterio. Mysterio set him up. So, and for those who don't know, yes, I just spoiled it, but you can see how he dies when you watch the movie.
Mm. Okay.
So, yeah, I'm at because of that fact alone, and plus they were. I heard that he's supposed to be dealing with legal battles or whatever, and She-Hulk is supposedly it's either a good idea for her to be introduced to represent him, or she's going to be introduced. So you get to see Bruce Banner's cousin,
Mm-hmm.
possibly.
Okay. Um. Okay. The Suicide Squad again.
Definitely, no, it ain't. They just didn't. The original was Suicide Squad. Now they put the Suicide Squad instead of somebody just saying fucking Suicide Squad 2. That actually makes more sense.
Oh, so this is a
Sequel.
So it's Suicide Squad, then it's the Suicide.
It's stupid. It's stupid. I don't know who thought that was a good ass idea, but okay.
Okay, so we got a few good ones up in here.
A lot of great actors actually.
Mm-hmm.
Margot Robbie going to be returning as Harley Quinn. Jack Courtney, Captain Boomerang, he did a great job. Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, cool. Joel Kinnaman, I want him to have a bit more development as a character.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena, don't know what the fuck he could play, but we'll see. Steve Agee, that name sounds so freaking familiar. And
Idris Elba.
of course, Idris Elba is going to be in the film. Wait. Idris Elba.
Mm-hmm.
I skipped the whole line.
Yeah, you did.
Now I want to see what he plays because everybody wanted him to play Deadshot, and honestly, I would have liked Will Smith to reprise the role, but this time less Will Smith, more Deadshot. David Dash, let me see. I don't know how to say that name. Dan
That's Malshin, something like that.
uh, Danelia
Daniela.
McCower. I'm
Uh,
butchering these names.
okay.
Nathan Fillion, I like him as an actor, so I wouldn't mind seeing him. And Taka Watiti, I have no idea who the hell that
Okay,
is.
so is Deadshot going to be up in there or no?
We'll see because usually when you see the Suicide Squad, the three main people that you see most of the time that I've always seen,
Mm-hmm.
not every single time, but that I've always seen was Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and Harley Quinn. Those most of
Mm-hmm.
the time, every time I see an incarnation of them, it was those three. I haven't read all the comics, so they're not always, you know what I'm saying. I haven't seen every incarnation of them, but every incarnation that I've seen of them is always those three, always being in it.
Okay. Thor, Love and Thunder.
I'm on the fence. I'm interested to see it because it's a Thor movie, but at the same
It's
time,
a female.
because Thor is actually supposed to be in it.
The
Maybe that's what
the
it's supposed to be Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because he's with them. So maybe that's where it diverts. But
well, yeah, he's got Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson.
but the thing about it is they're doing the whole SJW thing. Yes, in the comics there was a female Thor,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I don't know. It feels like they're doing the SJW stuff, especially all the stuff with Tessa Thompson. Look, I like her as Valkyrie. I think she's a good actress. Stop pushing her so damn much. I don't
And of
see
course,
how.
they're pushing for a standalone movie.
Yeah, which they're not going to get. They're not going to get it. I'm sorry. If they do, more power to them. But from what I can tell, they're not going to get it. Yes, she's a great character, but there are some characters that are destined for greatness with their own damn movies, and then there's some characters that are destined for greatness in the movies of those characters.
Right. I
Yeah,
just don't want it to be forced. I mean, I don't mind, just don't force it. That's all.
so I don't like I said I don't mind a character being in the movie, and maybe even the new female Thor and Valkyrie teaming up to do something. Fine, but to just have a Valkyrie movie, nah. When you do stuff like that with certain characters, it just feels like you're gonna eventually run out of steam. When you like, there's only so many characters they can adapt to the movies like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not every character they're gonna be able to bring to the movies and to be a good movie.
Right.
So
So, with Chris Hemsworth being in there, do you think they're going to try to push him like out to make room for the female Thor?
I
Like,
think
don't give
this is
him
the end
no
of his
shine.
contract. I think this of all the big three of the MCU,
Uh huh.
Iron Man's dead, Captain America's retired, so that means Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans are out. Chris Hemsworth, the third person, so
Mm.
he's gonna be out. Think about it. Scarlett Johansson, same thing. I think this is gonna be her last little shtick in the MCU with her movie, and that's it. So I think this is his last thing too.
Ah. Well, I hope they don't, just try to leave him out the movie altogether. Show more of the woman and just, or have him acting a goofy ass.
Mm.
Well, this film is unnamed MCU film.
Ah, we're not counting that. We'll skip it.
Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse sequel.
Fuck no. I did not like the first one. There were certain things I liked about it, yes, but
Oh, that's when we saw together. I remember
yeah,
that.
I didn't. There was too many fucking characters. Everything went way too fast. There was literally no development. The
Right.
fucking character whined the entire damn movie. I Peter Parker in the first Spider-Man movie didn't whine this much, and his uncle died. This motherfucker just whined the entire movie. And then they had the stupidest versions of Spider-Man in the movie. Spider Pig. Don't care how popular it was. That was just a dumb incarnation to put in there. Uh, the Japanese Spider-Man. What the
Mm-hmm.
fuck is a Japanese? How do you get bit by a spider? Have a disconnection with the spider. The spider is manipulating armor that spins webs. That's dumb. That does not make no sense. And then what they did with uh, the villains, they had all these irrelevant villains that didn't you didn't give a shit about. The Night Stalker one was interesting, but they fucking killed them off.
Mm.
The Doc Ock character was fucking perfect. I loved her character in that movie. And then the Kingpin just looked like a big ass fucking house. That was just ridiculous. Look, I know the dude is fucking big, but damn.
Yeah.
So I don't. I'm not interested. I have no interest in watching the Into the Spider Verse 2. I don't give a damn.
Okay.
Maybe if they had better versions of Spider Man, then maybe. But from what I see, no.
Okay. Black Panther 2.
I damn sure don't got no. I don't want to see it.
Are you sure?
I don't want to see it. I mean, the only thing redeeming quality to this movie is Namor. It's supposed to be the bad guy, and Namor is basically the MCU version of Aquaman.
Mm. So what set you off so bad about the first one?
Oh, we've already been down this road. The villain, as entertaining and badass as he was a fucking idiot. The the Black Panther character was weak as fuck. I mean, personality wise, strength wise, skill wise, all that badass shit we saw in Captain America: Civil War, all the shit we saw in Infinity War, you didn't get that in that movie. In this movie, this motherfucker was just weak as fuck. The again, I will agree. All everybody else in this movie had a moment but him.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody usurped him. He didn't do anything badass in the movie. That was not one moment I was like, man, I fucking respect this guy. This guy definitely got king material. Nope. It was not one moment in this movie you was like, okay, I see why he's the king of Wakanda.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, they got the nerve to kill out Andy Serkis' character when it made sense for him to actually live. So just and then of course the fight between him and Killmonger at the end was just stupid, just a stupid CGI fest.
Yeah. It
Like
was
they
too
could have,
much of that.
yeah, they could have did better with that. And again the character when he took over and everything, everybody there was like no friction going on. Everybody was like, "Fuck it, he's king."
Right.
But there was like no actual like infighting or anything like that until the end of the movie, and it happens to be his best friend that was doing it trying to kill him. So yeah, that was yeah, yeah, nah.
Okay. We have another.
Asian led movie. The black led movie sucked.
All right. Aquaman 2.
Hell yeah, I want to see that shit. Everybody thought the first one was gonna suck. Man, that movie was badass.
Yes. Yes.
For those who don't know, I did a head to head where it was the first Thor movie versus Aquaman. And there was a lot of comparisons because it had something to do with royalty, a half brother that was trying to get the throne and try to wage war and all this stuff. And
Mm.
but the first Aquaman was a really good movie, and I'm interested to see how they're going to spin it with this one. Are they going to introduce the what's that guy? Are they going to bring back Black Manta? I forgot those shark guys. That is like part of his Rose Gallery as well. Who the fuck are going? Who the bad guys going to be? Damn, that's what I want to
I
know.
don't. I really don't see he's supposed to be a bad guy. Really.
I probably should have did some research to see what that is, but I didn't. So guess
I
what?
mean, it's like there's even they said there's a lot they don't know about it. But yeah, that was the last one.
So I'm interested in what they're gonna do with Aquaman because I really enjoyed the first Aquaman movie.
Yeah, I think there are some pretty interesting movies that'll come out that I'd like to see. See where they go with it.
All right, so that's it for the movies that we've seen so far. There was more. I don't understand what the rest of them went on here, but it's more like Moon Knight's supposed to get a movie, I believe.
Mm.
Of course, there was supposedly a Captain Marvel 2, but I think they did shut that shit down. ah, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, they didn't mention on here. So, I don't know. They didn't fucking mention the Green Lantern movie.
No, I'm just.
There's a lot of stuff they didn't mention.
I know.
Anyways, so guys, just in the comment section below, just tell us what do you think about the upcoming movies that they listed, and also in the comment section down there too, name the ones these motherfuckers didn't list. But of all of them between the two, Miss Madam B, which ones are you more interested in, seeing the DC movies or the Marvel movies?
Ew.
Personally, from what I've seen, DC.
And that would be Wonder
Wonder
Woman.
Woman, Aquaman, Batman, Suicide Squad, the Birds of Prey,
Yeah, it would be DC.
and as far as the Marvels concerned, really maybe Thor, Spider Man, Doctor Strange,
Black Widow.
Black Widow. I guess Venom too. So it's about even, but I'm
Yeah.
actually more. I know I'm like more. I feel more compelled to go the DC route. So that's all I got on this. That's all I got on this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but yeah, guys, in the comment section below, give us your thoughts. Be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what the hell we got popping on this channel. We'll definitely catch you guys later.